Check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Try and tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me, yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, better get your habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
It's a game. Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This time Burrow will look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
37-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. 1st down and more for Jackson. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Bengals nothing.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. 3rd down here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A couple of third-year guys, a couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first. On 1st down, Dobbins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Bengals' 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On the play.
So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely on line. It just needs a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
Marcus
Peters up to make the tackle.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now left side on the swing pass. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st.
1st down, Bengals.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll buy some time right. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Check 50.
And Jackson throwing once more. And this is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow, rolling to his right. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd, finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons, with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Again, he'll target Boyd, this time successful. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
To kick off for Baltimore.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Cincinnati.
A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touch. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Going with Moss on the ground. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
45-yard line.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First down, Bengals.
Now Burrow on first down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
A gain of 14.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And some room to roam now. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Good.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Fighting to stay upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. pass left. Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
Touchdown.
Tyler Boyd. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Bengals 21. Ravens
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Andrews. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
That's good.
Good catch there by Mark Andrews, who was Lamar Jackson's favorite target last year. They came in the same draft class and quickly got in sync with each other. Andrews led the team in receptions with 64 last year for 852 yards en route to his first Pro Bowl.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run here with Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
Here we go with Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts,
A gain of 7.
as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. On 1st down, Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
A gain of 2.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up